Hey, it's Alex. In this video, I'm going to show you one expense that's probably costing you thousands of dollars every single month, and you don't even know where it exists. I'm talking about carrying costs. And before you click away thinking this doesn't apply to you, it does. Whether you're selling products, holding inventory, or even just have equipment sitting in your warehouse, this is affecting your bottom line right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify your hidden carrying costs, calculate how much they're actually costing you, and most importantly, cut them by 40 to 60% in just 90 days. What this means for your business is that you could free up tens of thousands of dollars that's currently locked up doing nothing for you. Money you can reinvest into marketing, hiring, or just keeping in your pocket. Let's dive in. So here's the thing most business owners don't realize. Every single day you hold inventory, equipment, or stock, you're paying for it. Not just what you paid to buy it, but every day after that. Think about it like this. You buy $1,000 worth of product, and so you think you spend $1,000, right? Wrong. That's just the beginning. Now you're paying to store it. You're paying for the space it takes up. You're watching it lose value. And worst of all, that $1,000 could be making you money somewhere else, but instead it's just sitting there. This is what carrying costs are, and they come in 3 different flavors. Number 1 is storage costs, the actual physical expense of keeping stuff. Depreciation, the value your stuff loses while it's. And then there's opportunity cost, what you could have made if that money was working for you instead of collecting dust. I see business owners all the time who think that they're being smart by buying in bulk. I got a great deal, they'll say, save 20%, but then that inventory sits there for 6 months. They paid for storage, the product went out of style or got outdated, and by the time that they sell it, they actually lost money on their great deal. So let me break down each of these costs so you can see where your money's really going. Storage costs are the obvious ones. If you're paying for warehouse space, that's money out of your pocket every month. But that's not just rent, it's utilities, security, insurance, and climate control. Add it all up, and you've been spending 5 to 15% of your inventory value just to store it every single year. Then there's depreciation. This one's a bit sneaky because you don't see the money leave your account, but your assets are losing value. The brand new equipment you bought, it's worth less every month. That inventory, if it's seasonal or trending, then it's depreciating fast. Technology products, don't even get me started. I've seen businesses hold onto tech inventory for a year and lose 50% of its value. An opportunity cost is one everyone ignores. When you tie up $50,000 in slow-moving inventory, you're not just paying to store it, you're giving up what could have been done in that 50 grand. You could have used it for marketing that brings in new customers. You could have invested it. You could have used it to negotiate better deals with suppliers who give cash discounts. Now, I know what you're thinking. Alex, how do I know if this is actually a problem in my business? Great question. That's exactly why I've created the free interactive calculator that you can use right now. It's in the description below. You plug in your numbers, your inventory value, your storage costs, your inventory turnover, and it tells you exactly how much carrying costs are draining from your business every single month. It takes 3 minutes, and it might be the most valuable 3 minutes you go spend this week. Go grab it after this video. It's completely free. So let me tell you about a real business. There's a furniture company. Let's call it Smith's Furniture. They came to me because they were struggling. Revenue was decent, but profits were terrible. We looked at their numbers and found the problem immediately. They had hundreds of sofas just sitting in their warehouse. Some had been there for over a year. They were paying almost $10,000 a month in warehouse costs. The sofas they bought for $2,000, they're probably worth $1,200 because styles changed and they had wear and tear. So let's put some math behind this. Let's say they had 100 sofas. They paid $200,000 for them. The storage over the year is $120,000. Depreciation, let's say that each sofa lost 800 in value. That's another 80,000. So they're down $200,000 before they sell a single sofa. When they finally liquidated, they sold them for whatever they could get. So the bottom line, they lost over $200,000 on inventory that they thought was an asset. And this is happening in businesses everywhere. Maybe not at that scale, but it is happening. Now, you might be thinking that this is just a big business problem. It's not. Small businesses actually get hit harder. If you're a small retailer holding onto inventory that's not moving, those storage fees hurt. That depreciation hurts. But more than that, the opportunity cost is massive. That money you've tied up in dead inventory, you probably needed it for payroll or marketing or keeping the lights on. I worked with a small e-commerce business doing $300,000 a year in revenue. They had $40,000 in slow moving inventory. Once we helped them clear it and reinvest that money, their revenue jumped to $500,000 the next year. Same business, same owner, they just stopped letting carrying costs eat them alive. For larger businesses, the numbers are bigger, but the principle is still the same. They've got massive warehouses, complex supply chains, huge amounts of capital that are just tied up. The waste is just proportionally larger. So how do you fix this? There are three main steps. The first is to know your numbers. You need to know exactly what you're holding, how long you've been holding it, and what it's costing you. This is where that free calculator comes in. Get clarity on the real cost. Second is to move it or lose it. Seriously, if you've got inventory that's been sitting there for more than 90 days, you need a plan to move it now. Discount it, bundle it, run a promotion, take a hit and free up that cash. A small loss today is better than massive losses in 6 months. Third is to fix your buying. This is more about prevention. You stop buying more than you need. I don't care how good the deal is. If you can't sell it in 60 days, it's not a good deal. Buy smaller quantities more frequently. Yes, you might pay a little more per unit, but you'll end up saving a fortune in carrying costs. Here's what I want you to do right now. Today, go look at your inventory or equipment and ask yourself, how long has this been here? If the answer is more than 3 months, you've got a carrying cost problem. Then use the calculator in the description. Get the real numbers. See what's actually costing you. Once you see it in black and white, you can't unsee it. So carrying costs are just one of those things that seem small until you add them up. Then you realize you've been quietly killing your profits for years. The good news is that this is all fixable. You can turn this around in 90 days, free up cash and improve your margins, making your business more profitable without selling a single additional unit. So grab that free calculator, get your numbers, and let's fix this. If you found this valuable, drop a comment below and tell me what your biggest carrying cost challenge is. And make sure you subscribe because we're putting out videos like this every single week to help you build a more profitable business. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.